The controversial $5 a night hotel motel tax threatened to derail the entire tax package when the Senate met to consider the deal. Ultimately, the revenue bill to pay for teacher raises was finally approved, but not without drama at the Capitol.
2 days after the House passed the historic tax increase, it was the turn of the Senate to approve the $474 million package, which would fund a teacher pay raise.
House Bill 1010, I would say, is probably one of the most historic bills ever to come out of the House. This is a revenue bill that was passed off the floor of the House when one hasn't been passed off the floor of the House in almost 3 decades.
Senate Appropriations Chair Kim David said the bill would add $1 a pack to the cigarette tax, raise the gross production tax from 2 to 5% on all new wells for the first 36 months of operation, and increase gasoline taxes by 3 cents a gallon and diesel fuel taxes by 6 cents. The bill also included a $5 a night hotel occupancy tax, but David said that tax, which several members objected to, would be repealed by the House in a trailer bill the following day. That led to some concern on the part of Anastasia Pittman about whether that would leave the revenue for a teacher pay raise short of what was needed.
I do have a business industry that I need to respect, and one of the things we're going to have to do is become more creative on how to replace those revenues. That was $50 million that is going to be taken, and I want to know directly how we're going to put it back.
After conversations with several of her colleagues, Pittman left the floor before finally returning with Senator David Holt to cast the 36th and deciding vote, to applause from the floor.
Close the roll.
Within minutes, the Senate also passed House Bill 1023, a $353 million teacher pay raise bill, which would give teachers an average increase of about $6,000 a year. Afterward, Governor Mary Fallin joined Senate leadership to celebrate what she also called a historic vote.
I applaud the parties for working in a bipartisan way to put Oklahoma on a better, solid foundation for the future of our state and to give our teachers a much-needed pay raise and to fund education with some more extra money, too.
The question is it enough to avert a teacher walkout scheduled for April 2nd? Fallin hopes if teachers do come to the Capitol on Monday, it would be to say thank you to lawmakers.
It's not an easy process. Thank you for your commitment to education. Thank you for your commitment to our teachers. Thank you for working in a bipartisan way and to recognize that it's not been an easy path to get here.
The Oklahoma Education Association had called for the walkout, and OEA President Alicia Priest appeared on the group's Facebook page Wednesday night to announce that Monday's rally would proceed as scheduled.
This investment alone will not undo a decade of neglect. There is still work to do to get this legislature to invest more in our classrooms, and that work will continue Monday when educators descend on the Capitol.
Denara Manning, a science teacher at Edmond Santa Fe High School, also felt the bill was not enough.
It's barely half of what we're asking for our students in this state, and I feel like they're going to say, look at how great this was, and then leave it at that. I don't feel like there's going to be extra steps to fill the gap.
Manning says while the package is a good first step, she wants assurances that funds will be available for additional raises in the second and third years, as well as putting more money into the classroom for students.
If we give up before that's accomplished, then we all go back to class and we let our kids down. And then we have no room to gripe after that.
And you're prepared to be out?
Oh, I will fight out for my kids. I will fight. I'm prepared. I will not settle for this.
Even though he voted for the measure, Senate Minority Leader John Sparks agreed with those who claim the measure came up short of what's needed.
While this was important, this still doesn't cure the issue of 4-day school weeks. This still doesn't cure the issue of being able to hire the number of speech pathologists that we need, and librarians, etc. These are not trivial issues and issues that we'll still need to address.
Meanwhile, an anti-tax group met at the Capitol this week to announce plans to oppose the tax package. Rhonda Villamont Smith, with Oklahoma Taxpayers Unite, warned that they would circulate an initiative petition to repeal the measure once it's signed into law.
A veto referendum will allow these tax increases passed by the legislature to be placed on a ballot for a vote of the people, the way that State Question 640 was intended to work.
Smith said the group would also be recruiting candidates to run against lawmakers who voted for the tax package.